Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop. And the Kyrie shoe has been leaked maybe, right? So the other day, Kyrie Irving was seen playing in this all black shoe, and I don't like all black shoes because you can't see the details of the shoe, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what they do. That's kind of what companies do, especially like they don't want you to see the shoe, you know? So yeah, I mean, we've had of course leaks of what the Kyrie shoe is supposed to look like, but it doesn't really look like that shoe that Kyrie's wearing, right? But before we get into that, Jason Tatum with the Tatum 2 has been unveiled, right? The official unveiling by Jordan Brand. We know the tech specs and all that. And also we have on-foot pics of the Jason Tatum 2. It doesn't look great. It looks weird. I really hate the side panel. The side panel looks terrible in my personal opinion. It looks like sunglasses. A lot of people have said that, but it looks like kind of like uneven, asymmetrical sunglasses, which of course I don't like. But anyways, also another thing that I noticed from this actual picture is that it looks really narrow. There's no outrigger. Look at that, right? So I'm kind of worried about that. But that side panel, of course, is there for the lateral support. So that's a good thing, right? Lateral support. But yeah, I mean, I guess Jason Tatum has like a design language that he likes for his signature shoe line already, which I think is a good thing with that side panel thing that he has going on, right? Kind of like, you know, Kobe's. A lot of the Kobe's look very similar. Same thing with Kyrie or Nike Kyrie shoe line. It looks very similar in design. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait for the third signature shoe to see how he continues the design language. But yeah, it's supposed to be full length air strobo actually, not zoom strobo, it's air strobo, and I really like air strobo because it's like soft, it's comfortable, you know. We've had it in the Zion 1, and also we have it in the KD 16, but it's also just in the heel for the KDs. But yeah, full length air strobo is super duper nice. Step and cover is great, right? It's soft, right, when you're walking around and stuff like that, but once you start going, once you start sprinting, jumping, impact protection is still really good, but also it starts to like kind of get a little bit bouncier. Of course not as bouncy as Zoom, but it has a nice little bounce to it in my personal opinion. So I do like that, and we have a picture of the actual outsole as well. It's more of like the official images, right? So we have, it says air strobo in the midfoot, and we have kind of like a pretty aggressive herringbone traction pattern, but it looks kind of weird because there's not a whole lot of like surface area, it looks like, you know, it just looks like pods, right? So I'm pretty interested to see how that'll work, right? And the Tatum 1 also, like, they didn't have like a full on rubber outsole, so they kind of changed that in the Tatum 2 as well. But also they're saying they kept the Tatum 2 the lightest shoe that Jordan Brand has to offer, right? So that is pretty interesting too, because they are, again, like they're using these prominent panels on the lateral side of the shoe for lateral containment, but also it's using a full-on rubber outsole, so it has to be heavier than the Tatum 1, right? I mean, okay, so they have the Lukas, and I guess also the Zion, so it's not super hard to beat them in weight, right? But the Tatum 1 was extremely light, with like one of the lightest shoes of last year, right? Well, I can say last year because it is last year, but anyways, tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics. We have two colorways of the Tatum 2, right? We have this kind of like teal one, which is right? We have another one with, oh my gosh, right? I'm guessing yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't like how it looks. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. Also, we have another colorway of the Hardens. James Harden has been balling out in the Harden Volume 8. And I'm super duper excited about the Harden Volume 8. It looks very similar to the Harden Volume 7, but a little bit more bare bones, right? So hopefully it is a little bit lighter, but they're using so much of that foam on the like lateral and also on the medial side of the shoe that has to be heavy. You know what I mean? So I don't know how, if it's gonna be light. It's probably not going to be light, but the cushion I feel like is gonna be very good, right? And hopefully the traction is just as good as the Harden Volume 7. If it is, and it performs very similarly to the Harden Volume 7, but with Jet Boost, then I'm gonna be very happy, because the Harden Volume 7 has very nice cushion, right? But then of course we have the AE 1, right? That just came up, but has Jet Boost, right? So it has smaller capsules or whatever, and it's supposed to be a little bit bouncier and stuff like that. And you don't really want to believe what the company has to say about the cushion, because, you know, they say it's like bouncy and springy. I mean, Under Armour says flow is bouncy, you know what I mean? But like how it feels is what matters. And I was like, oh, we'll see about Jet Boost, right? But of course, I've been playing in the AE1, and that Jet Boost, that boost or whatever they're using, it's softer, right? It's a little bit softer than the actual Harden Volume 7, but the 8 is also using using Jet Boost, right? We have the catalog images of it, and it says that it's using Jet Boost, so I'm very, very excited about that, right? And obviously, look at the lateral containment. The lateral containment's gonna be freaking amazing. Your foot is not coming out of the footbed in that shoe, right? So, I wish they would make it a little bit lighter for the Hardens. We're actually a lot lighter because all the Hardens are like around 15 ounces, which is pretty dang heavy, but it's a very responsive shoe. So yeah, it's grown on me a lot. I really like this colorway, and he's also had like this triple white colorway that he had a couple weeks ago. So it's definitely growing on me aesthetically. And I also really like the kind of like underlaying material. It's kind of like a one booty kind of sock material, very similar to the Harden Volume 7. So they kept that the same as well. But yeah, so we have Kyrie Irving. He was playing in it last night. And we have this triple black colorway, but we don't know if it's the actual Anta Kyrie one, right? So a lot of people are speculating or asking, is it the Shockwave 6, right? Because the Shockwave, okay, so Kyrie's been playing in the Shockwave 5 Pro, right? And that's been his shoe for the beginning of this season. But of course, it can also be the brand new Shockwave 6, right? So as you guys all know, he is signed with Anta. And it's interesting, however, because it has Kyrie Irving's logo on it, right? So if you look at the actual outsole, you can see that like in the heel, there is his logo, right? And his new logo actually looks really good. You know, he's a number 11. It's symmetrical. It also makes the letter I. It also makes the letter K, obviously. So you can see his actual logo in the heel. And if it was just a regular Shockwave 5 or Shockwave 6, it wouldn't have his logo, right? Unless it's a PE, but I don't think they would have something so permanent in the outsole just for Kyrie, right? Just for like a PE or whatever. So this has to be his shoe. You know what I mean? We can also see the midfoot chain plate, right? It's just this white piece in the midfoot. And we can also see two holes, right? One hole in the heel, one hole in the forefoot that's probably exposing the nitrogen foam that Anta usually uses in all their hoop shoes, right? So the KTs use it, the Shockwave 5 Pro uses it. So it'll probably be a full-length nitrogen foam, which of course is very, very good. Also, we can see a little bit of an outsole curvature, which I love. You know what I mean? It doesn't look crazy. It just looks like, you know, the outsole comes up a little bit on the medial side, and the curve doesn't seem super prominent, but it's still there, which I do like. But yeah, I'm guessing this is actually Kyrie's shoe, guys, because like I said, I don't think they would put Kyrie Irving's logo in the heel on the outsole for just a Shockwave, right? But also another thing is that like his shoe was leaked, right? But it was a sample. I mean, it was supposed to be a sample, so maybe they changed it up a lot, but it looks like they changed it up a lot. You know what I mean? It was supposed to have like a midfoot strap and all that. It looks like a Kyrie shoe, you know what I mean? With this kind of like sample, but then the actual like shoe that Kyrie was wearing the other night, it looks very, actually like really different, right? So we can see the outsole coming up a little bit, but also we can see a different foam. It's not nitrogen foam, so I'm guessing they're using a different type of foam, probably pretty similar to the DVD2, right? So they have like a stiffer foam going around the nitrogen foam for lateral containment. So I like that. And also on the lateral side, we can see a bit of plastic, right? So that'll probably be there to cage the cushion and also act as a lateral counter as well. And we can see a triangle in the heel, which of course, Kyrie has a lot of triangles on his shoes. He has a lot of like all-seeing eyeball things going on, you know. The upper actually looks like kind of thick, you know what I mean? It seems to have a little bit of like a softer rubber to it, you know. And then also like we have a very high heel tab. But yeah, I don't know, you can't really tell all too much from an all black colorway, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I'm guessing this is Kyrie Irving's actual shoe with Anta, right? He's wearing it as well. So it's probably pretty close to being done, and hopefully they have it unveiled soon with the tech specs. Hopefully it's not super expensive, however, because the Shockwave 5 Pro is like 200 bucks. Really, really expensive. I don't know what Anta is doing, because, you know, Anta, usually they give us really good price, right? Like really good price. Like their regular Shockwave 5 is like 120 bucks or something like that. So I don't know why the Pro is so dang expensive compared to that, but yeah, I mean, what do you guys think, right? First of all, are you guys sad that Kyrie and Nike kind of like split? Because we would be having like the Kyrie 10 right now, right? We'd be having the Kyrie 11 now, you know what I mean? So are you guys sad about that? And also, what do you guys think of his like Anta shoes? You know what I mean? Have you tried the Shockwave 5 Pro? And also, what do you guys think of the triple black colorway, even though you can't really see it? It's like potato quality and it's all black, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to see, but also what do you guys think the tech is going to be as well? Tell us down in the comment section below, but I am very, very excited about it. I mean, if Kyrie Irving is wearing it and it is his actual shoe, it'll probably come, I mean, Chinese companies are very fast, right? So I feel like it'll be here in a couple of months, you know what I mean? It'll be fully unveiled, we'll know what it looks like, and we'll probably be releasing maybe early summer, right? Maybe spring. But anyways, that about concludes this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.